Good Grief is the latest Netflix film that is directed by Dan Levy, so today, let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming content. And I hope everybody is enjoying 2024 so far. An artist grieving the loss of his famous writer husband takes his two best friends on a trip to Paris, where they unpack messy secrets and hard truths. So this is directed by Dan Levy, who is also on Schitt's Creek, which I have not seen, but I've seen a lot of clips of him within that show. And I think that he's pretty funny with those few clips that I have seen. He also stars in this movie alongside Luke Evans and Ruth Negga and Himish Patel. And in the beginning of the film, we see that he is married to Luke Evans' character and he dies within the first few minutes of this movie. And so the whole film is about how he grieves the loss of his husband. His two best friends are there to help him through this process and eventually go to Paris to unpack secrets surrounding his husband. I wish they really would have utilized a little more of Luke Evans, because there is some past scenes that connect both Dan Levy's character and Luke Evans and see that relationship that blossoms throughout this film. I think they really could have digged a little bit deeper into that relationship, because you don't get a lot of it in the beginning and you get very limited scenes throughout. So Luke Evans, I like as an actor, he's not utilized the most within this film. The whole film is really about Dan Levy's character grieving. And so without the more deeper moments of that relationship, you don't feel those emotional connections to the grieving process and him trying to connect with his best friends and everything that he's going through, because there's a lot of scenes where he's describing what he's feeling and how he's grieving and how he's processing everything, but I don't feel that emotional weight to this movie. I think the performances are really good. It's a nicely directed movie from Dan Levy. I think he's talented behind the camera, with this being his first film. I just wanted more of an emotional weight there, because I do see that relationship that they had and some glimpses of it. They just could have gone so much more within this movie. You also have the development of his best friends, Ruth Negga and Himish Patel as well. And there are some certain moments that develop these two characters and how they are struggling to be there for their best friend. And they feel like they've done the most for him and he still isn't kind of moving past everything. And I like the characters within here. I think that they both challenge Dan Levy's character to push himself forward and get out there and explore the world again. I really liked Himish Patel in here because he's going through his own little storyline and breakups as well. And he is also trying to be the best friend possible. This movie definitely does highlight friendship and how friends are there in the worst moments of our lives and how they can be uplifting and just give out advice and be there to listen to. And you do feel a genuine connection between all the friends within here. The performances are good as well. Dan Levy, I think, handles the emotional scenes pretty well. Like I said, there's that lack of connection that makes it really emotional, but the moments where he's grieving his husband definitely does work. Overall, I think it's a decent Netflix film, pretty good directorial debut from Dan Levy. I just wanted a little more from this movie. I saw what they were going for, and I think they could have done so much more with it. But for what they did offer, I think it is a decent film in January, when a lot of movies in January aren't that very good. So I did like Good Grief. I think they just come in a little more emotional and more challenging to the characters. So before I give you my score for Good Grief on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. If you'd like to see where Good Grief ranks amongst all the other 2024 releases I've seen this year, because I've seen a few of them already, go over to my Letterboxd and I have created a ranking for all 2024 films. You can also see rankings for 2023 and previous years as well, and all the lists I'll be working on this year. I'm gonna go ahead and give Good Grief a C+. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Good Grief, the new Netflix film directed by Dan Levy. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up-and-coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.